Hello there, my name is Rachel. Like to talk about animation. Today we talk about a new pilot called Lackadaisy. Now Lackadaisy is based on an old web series. It's basically a bunch of cats who were actually gangster back in 1920, 1930s. But make this sort of pilot so good, and the fact is the animation. I mean, God, when you start playing, you would not expecting the animation to be this good. It's almost feel I'm watching in Don Blue films. I'm sorry, that it's just so amazing, just so eye popping. Yeah, I realize this is just a pilot. Why the pilot is that good in animation? It's just wow, the feeling, the emotions, even the characters stand still. Brings me back in the 90s with the Disney rivalry with Don Bloom. That sort of arts to just grab you. I sort of got confused for a second because I thought I was watching something from Disney or something from the 90s because the animation is just so well handled. The lighting, the shading, the character designs, how the characters move, especially all the characters are cats. To see their fur move, like, whoa, you need to be that hard, but they did. It's just like, wow. Now, of course, what is Lackadaisy? It basically follow a bunch of gangsters, specifically our main lead, Rocky, who works this sort of secret organization who trying to get liquor to the bar because they're gangsters in 1920s. But you follow sort of the rivalry with other enemies who's trying to take their liquor. But interesting enough, you get introduced Rocky. He is sort of kind of like the Joker. He's sort of crazy, but sometimes subtle. He's very flamboyant. I like how he talks. He talks more like a Shakespearean sort of performer. The fact you realize, yes, he's performing to himself, no one else, because the guy is sort of crazy, but at the same time, why this gang has him around till you see what he can do. Because this guy just crazy. He does crazy stuff will give him results. So it makes sense. But I love it that you don't need to read the comic to understand each specific character. It's sort of their relationship, how they talk to each other. It feels they had years experience working with each other. Like his sort of co-worker Freckles, that he's kind, sort of trying to be not ruckus, trying to do anything so quiet. Given a gun, he just go crazy. That sort of Mad Max insanity, and he just flicks back to no more Freckles being kind. You also have Ivy, who are working together, who is the driver, but she is sort of a Disney princess if she wanted to prove herself, and just sort of adorableness, but at the same time, when everything goes wrong and the other gangsters start firing, you are scared for Ivy. You're scared for Freckles. Even you're scared for Rocky. Even he's the most prepared and more crazy to take down people on. You just like them automatically. It's just so well handled because that's an old comic. It's done a lot of work to actually make you like them. Especially I realize how long this pilot episode really is. This is about half an hour long. You just, wow, especially what happens to the beginning. Like when Rocky, Ivy, and Freckles got caught taking liquor and the other gang members trying to stop them take their liquor back, everything just stops. The violence, the action, you understand the emotion and adrenaline of each character trying not to die. That sort of less thinking, change a move or get a gun or see that crowbar in the corner. You just hear the hustle and bustle, their breath, the silence, the sweat that you don't know they can get that crowbar or that gun or that dynamite in that second. You just in. This is what I mean. Feels almost like a 90s film that's sort of you're about to die. Something like, if you don't know who Don Bloom is, it's basically the person who created All Dogs Go in Heaven or Five of Goes West or The Last Before Time. Yeah, if you've seen those movies, that's a Don kind of film because it feels that way. I feel this creator got inspired by Don because how rough and adorable, but it's sort of realistic sort of edge. And this is not for youngins. This is for the teens, the adults, because they kind of swear, shoot, and kill characters. All these attempted to kill the first, actually, pilot. But this pilot, it is sort of based on the original first couple of chapters, because it's just sort of setting up to introduce this gang. The reason why they risk themselves to get a liquor is because the main gang, or the owner, Miss G, is sort of down her luck. The gang is sort of falling apart, and the money is sort of slowing down because everything is trying to sort of change. It's that sort of time period that everything are now becoming more different, more unique. The gangster life is sort of dying out. Especially, you are worried about all these characters because they are planning in the pilot to attack them back, and you just grip you. It's one of those. It's just done so well. You want more. In fact, the only bad thing I have to say this pilot is the fact they leave the lines of the drawing. What I mean is, when you create a character, you have a circle, another circle, another circle. So create the face you wanted, you erase, but you leave that sort of line in the middle and the sides. Those kind of lines, they left it a couple pages here and there they actually notice. But once again, it doesn't ruin the pilot because the pilot is just so well made. But you will notice it. Does it ruin it? Oh no, no, not really. Because once again, it's a pilot. The only wrong thing about this pilot is the fact you want more, and that says a lot. This thing is just booming for more. In fact, I want more because I enjoy all the characters, even though I didn't read the comics. How they introduce each character, understanding their personality, their dynamics, their rivalry, that sort of hopefulness they try to get out of that sort of kind of a bad place because they're running on the money and the gang is about to fall apart, but you don't know what to do. That makes you care. Like, oh my god, this is so much well made. This is ready to just ship off and make a whole series because it's just that good, that unique. And it's also, you just fall in love with all the characters because each one are not one noted characters. It just hit everything just right, and you don't know how hard that really is because this could be easily very bad made even you don't have the experience or have the experience. I see hundreds of pilots. Every time they do make a pilot, you don't know if you're doing it right. Do you have the right pacing? Do you feel you understand the character, the dynamics? This is like almost perfect. It's like 99.999 just ready. Just that 1%, the drawing isn't the how you create a character. That's the only complaint I have. And that's not much to say. That's just so impressive. You see this, how much love. Hopefully it'll be popular enough to make a sequel episode. Because, or better yet, hopefully someone, other higher networks see this pilot, how well made and people like it. But of course, you have to pass over 8 or 9 billion to actually get noticed to one of the biggest one. But hopefully you have enough success to make another episode. In fact, it's one of those that you dream. If you're a cartoon creator, you dream your product will be this good. So good, I'm wondering why waste time putting it on YouTube. This should be in a movie. In fact, it almost feels like a movie because how polished it really is. It's just like mind-blowing. Like, wow. Of course, I got nothing else to say. Just one question. How you felt about this pilot? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Tell me down below. Let me know. Honestly, I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day.